Hi Crazy Crafters, this is Shell from Shell's Designs, and today is the day that my card kit arrived. So we are going to make 5 cards from this one card kit. So without further ado, let's get started and see what's inside. Whoa! And there was applause. Alright, so first off we have our idea card, which I didn't look at, I just showed it to the camera. Colors of cardstock. We got our handy dandy envelopes. And this is our color palette. There's our color palette. That's actually really fun. I like it. Die that says sending smiles. Stamp set that has lots of words. Pattern paper. Boop, 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 boop. We got some really cool punch out shapes. We got gingham, we've got red, we have twine, we have puffy stars, epoxy dots, and our freebie is brads. How much fun is that? Alright, let's get started. Alright, so what I did was I went ahead and cut out a card base, and I have some watercolor paper here that I'm going to make a background with, and I have these fancy dancy color burst watercolor powders. I'm going to give a whirl and see what happens. So these are the 3 colors that I'm going to use today. We've got tangerine, fuchsia, and orchid. I won these at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in Pleasanton, California, and it was awesome. And so these are something I would never have tried before. And oops, that's a lot. You really don't need that much. So then I take it, I just sprinkle it all over like that. You really don't need a lot of this stuff. It is very the only thing I wish is that it was consistent when coming out of the bottle, but it's not. So whatever, that is what it is. So let's see what happens. I'm just going to take a regular water bottle with a little spray thing. I got this at the dollar store, and I spray it. And this is what happens. That looks really awesome. Now the thing is, I'm going to take this off of here and let it go dry in its own little corner. You could take a heat tool and dry it fast, or you can just set it to the side and let it dry on its own. It's already drying, like this part here is already dry. It's really fast, so it's just that by letting it sit here, then it soaks up all this excess water and dye, and then it just makes it too dark for my liking. So I'm just going to put that to the side, and we will use that later. Alright, so I went ahead and I dried it off, and here we go with our background. I also used the die that comes with this for layering and cut it out, and so now it also has rounded corners. And to save time on this video, I went ahead and I did a design beforehand with just my Die Hard Club, and I colored it, and I added some stickles in the light area, and I added some liquid pearl into the door just to give it a little bit of interest. I will show you how I added the stickles. And I already did the coloring on the video right here. So if you want to watch how that's happened, then just click on that and it'll take you over there, and you can see how I colored my lighthouse. All I do is I squish out the stuff right in there. Done. And then I'm going to turn it over. I have my black liquid pearls. It's called Slate, which is kind of fitting since it's for a door. I just add that in there like so, and it's going to dry flat. It's gonna drive me nuts because there's just a little bit. So that is our lighthouse, colored and detailed. I'm gonna put that to the side for another project for another day because I already did one earlier just so that it would save on time. Alright, so I went ahead and I heat embossed just some white cardstock with some embossing powder. I cut it into, I cut it with my Hill dies. And instead of going on here, because this will get all adhered, I'm just going to do it right on the background. Turn it over, and then we just cut along the edges. Our sand, we've got our sunset sky, and we've got our lighthouse. I feel like we need more from our kit though, so let's look inside to see what kind of embellishments we have. So I think I'm going to just add a couple of white stars. I'm going to do is I'm going to make it flat down here so it sticks to this, but then I'm going to put some foam squares on the top here just so it stands up a little bit. That's just standing up just a little bit, gives it just a very little bit of dimension. We need to stamp something on the inside. Alright, we're going to say, you brighten my day. Because you do. Did you know that? You brighten my day when you click to subscribe. Right there. Now I should have stamped that 3 times before I used it, so let's hope. It worked. You brighten my life. Not my day, my life. And so I think that's card number 1. Alright, let's go to card number 2. Alright, let's get started with card number 2. So I went ahead and I cut out a die from the box card die. Let's pick some pattern papers to go in our pieces. Let's do water on the outside and the flaps. Yes. Using the kit, the Die Hard Club, I can just cut one of these out and my card's basically done. So let's do that because that saves time. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, I am going to construct. You fold it in. You fold it in, you fold it in, you fold it in. That was really fun, wasn't it? Now, what I'm going to decorate these ones first. I went ahead and cut out my pieces already, so now we just need to assemble. I know that's the incorrect way of pronouncing it, assemble. I just thought it'd be fun. Alright, so here's my pieces. Let's just stick and glue. This is gonna be fun. Alright, make sure your waves are going the right way. Nobody's really going to see this bottom part. See, because our card's going to go like this. Now, I don't know if she designed it this way, but I'm pretty sure that is awesome. I just have to cut off a little bit of the rocks, and it's going to fit perfectly in the background of the thing. And nobody's going to see down here. So, it doesn't have to look pretty. You're cutting of the rocks. Oh my goodness, that card is coming together like so fast. Which I guess what? 45 seconds once we had all the pieces cut out. Using my strong score tape, that's going to hold the box together. You just close it in, pop it open, and we're mostly there. Like, oh my goodness, how cute is that? This is so awesome! Alright, getting too excited. Just calm down, everyone. One. I like to do my score tape all in one go. Kind of assembly line-esque that way. It goes faster. For me, anyway. Because I really just like cutting off the score tape with my finger. It makes me feel so strong. Like so. Ooh, I have an idea. We need a boat. And the boat is going to go here. And we'll tip it sideways. And then we'll put the water cut out from here. So it just came out. We'll put that out front. Put the boat. Or put the anchor on here. Yes! Okay, let's do that. Does this come with adhesive on it? It does! Guys, this has adhesive on the back. She just thinks of everything. This is awesome. Okay. Getting too excited. Paper off. And that is strong adhesive, guys. So I'm just going to cut some of that paper off. And so that it just shows off that adhesive there. But I kept this film on because I don't want my card to get stuck closed when it folds. And I just want the top part, or the bottom part, to be sticky. Okay, and then we need some water. Like so. And let's put an anchor here. I love that there's adhesive on the back of these wood chips. Guys, if you're not part of the kit club, you need to become part of it. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to put it on the side flap. And let's do sending smiles. It's too big. Alright, you guys, I cut out 2 squares, and I am going to use from the Die Hard Club Shine Bright. You guys, don't gasp, don't freak out, but I'm going to cut my stamp. So, taking it right up to the camera here. I'm going to go right between the E and the B, bend it down, make sure I'm not cutting any of the letters. That's the awesome thing about polymer stamps, is that you can cut them and you can put them back together. Well, you can't put them back together, but you can line them up so that it appears as though they're back together. So what I did was I just lined up my stamp how I want it to be on my cardstock. And I'm going to pick it up with my block. And because we've got a lot going on, I'm just going to do it in black licorice. Line it up. Press down. Now look at that. Magic. Boop. Now I'm going to just adhere these together. If I want to puff dot it. It's kind of a waste of wave paper. Maybe just the white. There we go. And I feel like it needs a bow or something. So this is just going to fold flat. You're going to mail it like that. And then when they open it, boom! They've got a really cute box card. I already know who I'm going to give this one to. So that's exciting. But I feel like it needs like some epoxy dots or something. Let's do that. Let's bring the gray from the lighthouse out to the front. So we'll use gray, 2, 3. And there's card number 2. You guys, that was so fast for a box card. I love it. and I like that you can fold it, mail it in just a regular envelope. Done. That's fun. Okay, card number 3. Let's get started. Cut out a card base out of the, I want to say it's no, it's not artichoke. It would be green apple cardstock. And let's go ahead and pick out some pattern papers. I think I want to try my hand at matting. I like this one, I think. And this one. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. I will return. Alright, so what I did was I went ahead and cut out some of my pieces. Now I am going to assemble. Straight background. And then wishing I went a size smaller. Maybe like this. This is just where we get to have fun. See what comes up with what. I was going to make that into like an arrow thing, but I don't think I am. It's too busy. Maybe like that. Actually, idea. We can do our shadow with our words, sending smiles. Yes, let's do that. Alright, so I went ahead and I cut out my sayings, and then I also cut out my sending smiles die out of adhesive fun foam. Because how fun is that? So glad there's adhesive on the back of this, because these are super thin letters. There you go. And it's fun foam, so it's kind of poofy. Makes me happy. It's like bubble letters. So I did the sending smiles. Let's do some ribbon. We haven't done ribbon yet. How about some twine? Alright. Now, I know I already adhered this, but we're going to unadhere it. I'm going to go around it. Oop. I'm going to stick that back on there. Alright, I feel like I need to anchor like this. And let's tie a knot around it. Now there isn't one now, but let's poke a hole in there and then thread our twine through it. I'm doing this on my secret weapon on the part where you're allowed to poke. That's thick stuff, so that took a lot of work to push it through. Now I'm just going to thread it. I'm going to do it. I'm using a sewing needle. I put my twine on there, and I'm going to go right through that hole that I just made. Try that again without dropping the needle, and it's going to come right through. Ta-da! And I'm going to tie my knot. Cut off my twine. Send my anchor over by the knot. There we go. Where do I want to put it? If I go like this, I'm going to put it here. And that can be hanging like that. Done. I like that. Now that's puffy. I'm not using those, so I'll save those for another project. Dun, 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 dun. We need something here. When in doubt, polka dots. And I'm just going to do white because this is already pretty busy. Now on the inside, let's stamp something, because that's the whole fun part. Life is better with friends. Let's do midnight. Ooh, it feels like it's midnight. I don't think it is. I think it's only like 8. Ink that bibbit up. And commit. Ta-da! Alright, my friends. Let's take a good look at that. We've got sending smiles. Life is better with friends. Alright, so there's card number 3. Woohoo! Let's get started with card number 4. Card number 4. Here we go. Here's my card base. I'm going to use some black. I'm going to just use my cutting pad. Cut out my black lighthouse. Keep all those pieces in. Now, remember how I did that watercolor paper earlier? Well, I saved it. And I'm going to use my stitched rectangle to cut that down to size. Like so. And then I'm going to glue that down. That's my card front. Oh, that's really pretty. That's like see-through. That's pretty. Alright. Yep. Now, before I go too far, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some score tape down on the side. It's going to be on the inside, so nobody's going to see it on the outside. Inside, we will say, follow your dreams. Let's do follow your dreams. But what we could do is we could put a black hillside in the background. And that way it kind of looks like it's on a hill. It's not just floating in the air. Alright, let's do it. So we have our hill. Okay, I'm just going to peel out the bottom because I don't need to peel out the whole thing. Oh, before I do that, I am going to use this one to cut it out. Now the reason I used that one to cut it out is because I used it to cut that one out, and now it's going to be a complete and perfect match. So I don't have to cut anything off. It's just going to be perfect. And it's also going to have the stitch marks along the back. That looks better. It's got a little bit of a hillside going on in the background. It's got the it's pretty. And our epoxy dots. So on this inside, because we have like such a pretty sunset, let's just do a really soft color. So card number 4 is finally complete. We've got our sunset background, our silhouette lighthouse, the epoxy dots, and our sentiment. Let's get started with final card number 5. Alright, you guys, buckle up your seatbelts because here we go. We're going on to card number 5. Alright, so what I did was I went ahead and used the midnight cardstock to make a card base. And then I used the layering piece to cut out some cloud cardstock that came in the kit. And I am going to use my handy dandy bright light embossing folder. Alright, so I went ahead and I embossed that. Now before I take it out, I'm actually going to hold it down with a little bit of duct tape. And that's just going to hold it in its place. So that I can, a little bit at the top, I can actually tear this off. I don't need that much to hold it in place. I'm just holding it onto the folder itself. And I'm going to be using mustard seed. And I'm just going to lightly go over it because I don't want it to go so much into the indents. By keeping it in its folder, it's going to keep it from going into those indents. Yeah, the lighter the touch, the more likely it's not going to go in to your grooves. And then there you go. You have your design highlighted in the color that you want. I am going to use one of the already made for me. This time I'm going to use the brown one. I'm going to be covering that right up with my lighthouse. I need some hills in the background. We're going to layer it. Take it apart. We're going to layer it like so. Alright, let's cut it off. Voila. Now is our little lighthouse. You're probably like, wow, you could have done other things with the card kit, but I used the lighthouse in almost every one of my... I'm going to cut that off because then it's going to really look like... There we go. And we'll put it on our card base. I'm going to put down here, you light up my light, but let's heat emboss that because I want to heat emboss something today. Alright, so it says you brighten my day, my life, and then there's your card. So it's kind of like it's got a gray sky, but the sunshine, or the light from the lighthouse, is bright and sunny. And now that to my card front. There we go. And then on the inside we should stamp something. What do we want to stamp on the inside? With friends. Life is better with friends? Sure. Let's do it. And so you can see it on the inside. Life is better with friends. And then there is our card number 5. I love that the pattern paper pads are coming with the already colored images. It makes making a card so much faster with the kit if you're part of the Die Hard Club. Here's a look at the cards that we made today. If you liked what you saw, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to subscribe so you can be notified the next time I load up a video, hit that subscribe button. Don't be scared, it's just my face. Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. Bye.